If you are looking for a new way to incorporate the paradiddle into your playing, then you are in luck, because this is the parallel paradiddle method. If you like that, remember to like and subscribe so you can find us again next Tuesday. I've taught well over 1,000 drum lessons to people just like you, and I can show you too. I'm Gabriel, and you are watching the YouTube channel on drumtiptuesday.com. All right, now, sticks in hand, let's get into this thing. Paradiddle. I'm sure you know it, but just in case, let's go over it. Right, left, 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 just like this. A little faster. If you find yourself stuck trying to get speed, trying to get accuracy, consistency, there's a couple ways to work on that, all right? Before we go back to the drums, let's get a little snare drum lesson out of this first. You know how we do it if you've been here before. So let's take a look at the ups and downs, right? You can start with one hand up, one hand down, right? Right up, left down. And you can play this pattern. Down, up, tap, tap. Down with the right hand. Up with the left. 2 taps with the right. Do it just off the left. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. You say, why do you do that? It just cleans it up a little bit. When you play it real slow, it gives us an opportunity to define the accents and unaccented notes very well. You've heard the thing before where people say, play slow to play fast. This is that. Practice makes perfect. Not quite perfect practice makes perfect. You want to work on defining your accented notes, unaccented notes. Be very clear about what you're doing, all right? Let's just take another look at that. Another way, and something that kind of helps out for speed, is to take one hand out of this thing. If you play it kind of fast, put one hand on something soft, and take a listen to what you have. Your ability to speed this thing up depends on each hand's individual contribution in this way. So you can just play that on your right hand, on your left hand, then play paradiddles starting off the right, play it off your left hand, play it off your right, paradiddles off the right, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Consistency and speed. Now, putting it on the drums. Let's do something here. I don't want to put it in on the drums in the same old way, because this is called the new way of incorporating paradiddles, or the parallel paradiddle method. Let's invert those things, all right? And I don't know if you call it reverse or inverted. I'm talking about putting the diddle in the middle. Not right, left, right, left, left, but right, left, right, left, right, left, like this. and a little faster. All right, so how are we going to put this literally on the drums? What we're going to do is take that thing that we just did and put the right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare drum. We're only going to keep the accents on beats 2 and 4 in the form of a nice rim-catching backbeat, like a rock backbeat, all right? And everything else we're going to keep nice and low, real slow, just like this. Now, as far as the parallel paradiddle method, what I'm referring to is just a little different way than I and most of the content out there seems to be geared towards when we're making these sort of things. Usually, when we're talking about sticking patterns, it's endless combinations of kick, RL, RL, kick. So you might play the kick, paradiddle, kick, kick, paradiddle off the left, you know, all kinds of different things, all right? But what we're going to do today is play that pattern between the hands constant. It's not going to change. We're not going to put the kick in between. We're going to put the kick parallel underneath, right? Parallel paradiddles, right? Don't worry, the foot isn't playing paradiddles by itself. Paradiddles on the hands between the hi-hat and the snare, kick drum pattern underneath, a 2-bar pattern specifically. Now, I did this in a real specific way. You can do all kinds of different things, but there's 2 challenges that I wanted to address. In the first bar, it's not really challenging at all. You get kind of a break. You get the kick on the downbeat of 1, get the kick on the last 16th note of 1, get it on the downbeat of 3, the last 16th note of 3. All right? It's right with the right hand. Right? Try not to accent the hi-hat when you play the kick. Just keep it cruising along, just as if you were just playing just the hands, right? In the second bar, you have something a little different, all right? I wanted to address, like I said, 2 challenges. First of all, I wanted it to cross the double on the right hand and on the left hand, and I wanted it to do that in 2 different ways. With the kick drum playing in unison with the first note of the double, then your second note of the double by itself, and then also with it playing on the second part of the double. So the hand comes down and then the unison. You can see you have both of those things. Let's take a look at that groove now with no further ado at 3 different tempos. But first a question. I'm curious. I know I learned snare drum while I was wearing one. I feel like that's a great way to do it. Not everybody does it that way. Some people don't learn snare drum at all. They go right to drum set. Some people learn snare drum first and they never come off of it. No wrong answer. Comment below. How did you go about learning snare drum? And if you enjoy the content that I share here on my YouTube channel, then click the link in the description to subscribe to drumtiptuesday.com. There you will find focused coursework, master classes, drumless practice tracks, and more that I only share on drumtiptuesday.com. And remember to like, subscribe, and check out one of these videos next.